Hello everybody, this is Bob. Today's video has two parts. The first part, I'm going to go for a little walk around through the neighborhood and show you some interesting stuff and some street art. And then at about 11 minutes, we're going to start showing nothing but stills, and I'll show you about probably 50 or 60 still photos of street art here in Chiang Mai. So let's get with it. Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Okay.
Where are you going?
I'm going for a short walk. Well, normally this street is just busy as all get out. It's about 9:15, and you'll see in a second the big road is pretty close to deserted as well. Who's dancing? Somebody's dancing this morning. Sabadi ka.
Sabadi ka.
Sabadi mai.
Sabadi. Fried egg. Fried egg.
Fried egg.
Fried egg.
That's right.
Big fat, big fat.
Very popular. Good morning, Sabadi ka. Sabadi ka. This is the fruit lady. She's hard at work. Fresh fruit every day. Pretty cool. Thank you. Oh, TV. There's also uncut fruit here. This will be a vegetable lady later on in the day, and although this lady has fruit and corn and boiled peanuts, the fruit lady doesn't do bananas, so they kind of stay out of each other's way. Now this is the inbound lane to downtown, and it's normally bumper to bumper this time of morning, but as you can see, it's sparse traffic. Chiang Mai has a lot of street art. It's not a permanent situation because some of the best art gets painted over by some of the newer artists or jealous artists or graffiti artists. They have a tendency to fight for space. I'm telling you this because there's a real cool drawing, in my opinion, that appeared recently, and it's by an artist I'm not familiar with. So check this particular little art thing here on the wall. The artist's name is Tona. It's new. I thought these were decals at first, but they're not. What do you got? Sabadi mai?
Sabadiครับ
They've been working on this building since last February, not just last February, but February a year and several months ago. And they're a little bit late bringing it in, but that guard has been passing by and saying hello every time I go to out and walk about. This is a nice property. You get to see a lot of the back streets and junkyards and whatnot in a lot of videos, but this is a really nice property. They've got cows and chickens, and that big old tree right dead center screen gets completely orange in the next month. It's one of my two favorite trees, the other one being the yellow shower tree, which is what this is, and you can see the yellow flowers, but this tree is completely past prime. It's like in the final stages of having flowers for the year. Well, these people keep lovely flowers, and it's a lovely setting but they've had to write private house in English because people walk up in here, and they've also written private house and keep out in Chinese. Well, I was afraid of this. The street art down this alley has got cars parked in front of it. I was hoping to be able to show you all of it. This is done by a variety of artists, and so there was a different set of paint up the last time I came through here. Swadee Kap. Now this green guy is by an artist named Sanchai, I believe, if I remember that correctly, and he frequently has environmental topics to his paintings. But his guys are all green, and they have genuine Lana style tattoos drawn on them. When you see scenes like this, you know things are slow. This is normally at least 70 or 75% occupancy, and over here it's just full of scooters. There's some street art down this wall, and I'll take you over here and we can take a look. Sometimes it's a battle for space. Now, that one I showed you earlier, this wasn't here the last time I was by, but this is that same Tona artist. Some of the artists I know, and I think we're coming up on one by Mui Kola. Mui does a lot of animal stuff, and he's popular enough to be invited to other countries to do street art, and he goes up to China. I think he's been to Taiwan, and I'm pretty sure he went to Argentina, but I won't swear to that. I'm an old man and my brain works like it did when I was a young man. So I got other things to think about. Well, by golly, they've disrupted a bunch of this with new paint. Well, there's a little bit of art left down here at the end. I'm not that big a fan of graffiti. I know it takes skills to do it, but some of this other stuff just is more interesting to me. That looks like another Mui Kola creature. This is worth seeing. Thais love their elephants. I'm trying to stay out of the high grass, although I rarely see any. Thailand does have about 20 poisonous snakes, and I don't care to be victimized by any. There we got, this camera isn't entirely level. It's because the guy holding it is watching his feet carefully. And this is another Mui Kola. You see his patented yap. Now, yap in Muay Thai boxing is what we would call a jab in Western boxing. It's just something, you know, it's not a knockout punch. It's just a maintenance, keep it going thing. Okay, well, I'll head across here, and if I don't scare up this herd of wild pigeons, I think half of them drink water over at our swimming pool. Our pool is for the birds, or it was during the shutdown. I hope all of y'all are COVID-free and not losing your mind being shut down. we're pretty well in the stage 4 of recovery, but we won't be like open for business until July 1st. There's some in-country flights are starting up back up, but right now they really haven't opened the doors for tourists. We've only had about 3,000 total cases and under 60 deaths. So by getting on it early and checking and, you know, actively pursuing what was going on, I'd say the Thais did a respectable job. What do you got? There's a herd of little ladies like that sweep the sidewalks every day. There's so much foliage over the sidewalk that there are places where it gets completely covered. And as you can see, it's a little bit it's a little bit windy here, and this stuff will blow back out of the street too. Please consider subscribing. We have close to 300 videos, mostly on Thailand, a lot of scenery, motorcycles, riding, dining, and various topics. So join us again for Topics from the Tropics.